Hello, everyone. Deb will be here on in a second. She's just doing some technical stuff. How's everybody doing today? It's Wednesday. Chicago doesn't have any snow, and it's not too bad today. Yesterday the wind was terrible. So yeah, we're gonna just sit and wait for Deb to get on. We're trying to change some of the things so our technical things are not working quite right yet. But we're going to do this today because it's a new year, 2024. I hope everyone had a great New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. And I just want to say we're going to talk about New Year's resolutions today and what we could do to make.
Back.
Ah, Debbie, how are you?
So let me explain, okay, so that people kind of understand what happened here. We've had a really big challenge for the last, what's it been, like 3 months maybe. And it's on my end, and I can't figure it out, okay? But I think I figured it out. But the problem is that we really love coming on Zoom and then be Facebook Live. And I was getting all this feedback, and nobody could figure it out. And it was from a different computer. Well, I figured it out, but the problem is I got to figure out how to get it quicker and get that shut down on that side. But anyway, so that's the new things, right? Learning new things.
Happy
But Lauren, happy New Year.
New Year to you. It looks like you've been exercising already this morning, like your big
Well,
workout, huh?
yeah. Okay. I ran a little behind, so I got a good workout in, and I didn't have time to like do my hair and get like back showered. So I thought, you know what? Here I am with my protein shake, my
Yeah.
water, and vitamins. And you know what, guys? We're all talking about 2024 and our mission. And Lori, you did such a great job just switching up. Like Lori's our person who's so great with all of the stuff on our page. I'm going to our page right now on my phone, and I'm looking at how she perked it up. She put like our mission in there. And we're going to talk about like 2024, you guys, has got to be a great year, because if everyone can agree with Lori and I think 2023 was a changing year for all of us. We got back into everybody got back into the groove of doing things, right? But people were still a little bit skeptical of like, going places, doing things, whatever. And I think now we're like, okay, we are getting our life back in order. We are getting things done. And I certainly feel like a lot of people have that. So, anyways, as she puts on here, encouraging, empowering, and lifting up others. That's what it's all about. And with that, Laura, I'm gonna turn over to you and be like, what are we talking about today?
So we're going to talk about New Year's resolutions. I was doing a lot of research on this morning, and they were talking about New Year's resolutions and how if you could keep doing what you're doing for 3 months, you kind of get your habit going. And I know a lot of us, we have these New Year's resolutions, and sometimes they last a day, sometimes they last weeks and stuff. But I was just reading some stuff about how not to put too many things on your plate as far as resolutions. Maybe start off with one or two and then work through that. And then I downloaded this thing that had America's top New Year's resolutions for 2024. And I was just amazed. I mean, it's pretty cool because they say 59% of the people say they want to save more money. And that, you think about it, you think people are going to lose weight and all that, but save more money. Do you know where that comes from, Deb?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you right now.
Yeah,
I'll
tell
tell you
us.
now. I am fired up because
Yeah.
I was I was on my Peloton bike with my earbuds in, very annoyed with AT&T. So I think it comes from the fact that we're paying too much money for too much stuff. And people are seeing their bank account strained, and they're like, okay, I don't have a backup of money. Like, God forbid something happens. And I like, we could do a whole segment on this, but I'm just gonna say one thing. Okay. My mom taught me the squeaking wheel gets the oil. And I believe truly that you guys, I don't care how old you are or young you are, especially if you're older, like Lori and I are considered seniors. And
Yeah. Oh my God.
I do not, I will take the discounts, but I'm not going to act like a senior, right? But you guys gotta be the squeaking wheel and check into where you can actually help, um, get all of the, bills in line because there you could be being overcharged. There are discounts and things and promotions, and even if you are not, like, older or whatever, you need to say, "What are you offering to help me get my bill down? Because this bill is out of line," and try to reallocate that money then and to save it. So, I really believe that people are just frustrated, and yeah, that's my take.
No,
So
I agree. And one of the things that I'm gonna do, if anybody is senior citizens out there, there is a lot of stores that give percentages off on each day. And
mhm.
I'm gonna make a calendar, actually I'm gonna work on it today. Like, I'll give you an example. We have a store called Tony's Grocery Store, and on Tuesdays every week, they have 10% off for seniors. So plan to do your grocery shopping at Tony's and on Tuesdays. And there's like Walgreens is once a month on a Tuesday. There's like so many different things. And you really gotta take a hold of this. I mean, even if you're not a senior, just really look at some of these different prices of stuff. I'll give you another example. I have a storage unit, and every so many months it keeps going up. It went originally from $50. Now I'm paying $88 for a storage unit. I mean, you really gotta watch, and like Debbie said, you say, hey, what could you do for me? You know, and stuff. And so yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Can I just say one real quick thing? Laura, you just made a perfect example. You made a perfect one. You know, we were from the coupon cutter era,
Yeah.
okay? And we used to cut coupons. And I mean, I had the coupon book and it had all the categories, and you'd be at the checkout. And I mean, checkout people be annoyed with you and you're trying to look, oh, do I have a coupon for that? And some people were very good at that, but now it's so much easier. We can do it usually on an app, or we can do it like, and so some places have loyalty programs now. Even this little diner down the block from me has a loyalty program where every time you come, you get points and then you get dollars off. You just got to look it for it. You can't, it's not going to jump out in front of you. You got to do the work. And if you do the work, you can help. So we'll help you save more money. And we should do let's do a segment on that. Total.
Do that. That'd be great. And then the next one here, it says exercise more. That's 50%. And I think that is a pretty common one, Deb. I know you're my friend that exercises. You're so faithful with it. And I think it's great. So are you gonna do anything different, or are you gonna keep it the same, or?
Well, I mean, we could talk about it too is like one of my New Year's resolutions is I want to lose 7 more pounds, and I'm going to try to be more consistent on the higher levels of exercising and switching it up a little bit. And because I'll have days where I just run out of time and I can't get it all done, but definitely. But I think, you know what, too, I really want to mention there's this what stays in motion keeps in motion. And so it doesn't have to be this huge exercise routine. Even walking the dog or walking or doing it will help your body stay more fit and more you move better. So
I agree. You know what I'm doing? Actually, I'm starting today because I got my new walker yesterday, my new
yeah.
roller. I am gonna start walking the halls in my condo because I have to walk to get my gait better. And
Mhm.
with this new walker, it's given me the ability to stand straight up. Because yet, I was always hunched over because of all this stuff, but with my surgery now, I could stand straight up. So that's what I'm gonna start to do. Like you said, Debbie, it doesn't have to be anything intense, but that is what I'm gonna do. It's gonna help me not only for me to lose the extra weight, but also for me to get my gait going with my legs.
Right. That's
Yeah.
all. I mean, and if anybody is an example, I'm telling you, Lori, you rocked it in 2023 with the most surgeries, but
Oh, yeah. Three
look
big
at
surgeries.
2024. Yeah, 2024 is you're
That's my year. I hope so. I know so. Um, well, 47% eat healthier. Okay. And I think we all strive for that.
Mhm.
And there's just going to these fast food restaurants with kids or grandkids and stuff. It's not good for us. And so eating healthier is the way to go. Have any suggestions on that, Deb? Again, you're like my queen of eating healthier.
Oh, here's the thing. You know what I've like find? We eat healthier when when I think ahead and I prepare, you know? And I got this little gadget. It's about this big, has a thing that goes up like this, and it's got like a little grater thing in it. And it's got a container on the bottom. I got it off of Amazon. And you can put vegetables in it, and then you click it like this, and then they get cut julienne style or whatever you want, right, and goes right into the bottom. It was 19.99. That thing gives me faster cutting up, so I can cut up multiple vegetables and do like with vegetables and protein and whatever. You got to think. You just got to think. And you're a planner too. I mean, we got to be planners. Everybody. I don't care if you're a young mom or a young single guy or you're young on your own. If you don't plan, you're gonna go grab what you shouldn't be eating, and you're not gonna spend more. Okay, so you know,
That's true. You end up eating more.
right?
It's I don't know about you, but we had a bad habit in our family, and I'm trying to get rid of it this year, but I'm doing better with it. But we used to go to the grocery store with my kids, and we always grab one thing to eat in the car on the way home. And I've been better about it, but this year I want to not do that at all. You go to the grocery store, you get some really good Italian lunch meat, and then we're eating it in the car on the way home. That's a bad habit to get in.
I got what I can one up you on that one.
Okay.
My husband and my grandson, when Caputo's grocery store was in Westmont, would get a loaf of bread. And by the time we got fresh warm bread from there, by the time we got to the checkout, they had almost the whole thing ate. And I'd like stand there and show the lady the bags have. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. I paid for it. Okay. But they're eating it in the grocery. Oh my God.
No, but I mean, that's a bad habit to have. And then all of a sudden you're so stuffed and everything.
I
Oh,
like,
this is my favorite. And I think everybody kind of has this one, and that is to spend more time with family and friends. 40% of the people said that.
yep.
And that's so true. We know what it was like to be locked down, and we did the Zoom group things and everything. And that's how we got started. But spending more time with family and friends, and they don't even have to be anything spectacular. You
Right.
know, Gary brought up something the other day, Debbie, and I wanted because he always kids around me. And he says, "Call Debbie and tell her we're coming over. Get the coffee cake out and the coffee."
Yep.
Remember that years ago with
Yes.
everybody, you always had some kind of coffee cake in your house, and people would just show up at your house and
Yep.
come over for coffee, or they'll call, "Hey, we're down the street. Can we come over?" Those days need to come back again. What do you think, Deb?
Totally, because you know what? I mean, I know I think we all went through a phase where we're like, "Oh my God, is my house clean? Is it this? Is it that?" You know? And I know that that's a very Italian and a very ethnic thing where people did that. I hear stories about my in-laws, and I remember when I was dating Tony, and they'd have people bopping in all the time that lived nearby. And I think that, we got to think about like spending that time is so valuable because you don't know what comes tomorrow. You really don't.
It is. And it's like you don't have to do anything spectacular. And who cares what your house looks like?
I
Yeah.
know. I
I
agree. I agree. I'm getting at that point. I remember I used to be so bad. I would clean my house after people left. I'd be
yeah,
1 o'clock in the morning cleaning. Like, what is wrong with me? I should have been
right,
sleeping.
right. And so, bring on the coffee, bring on the water. Water's good. But spend some time with your family and friends. Make time for that. I know, Debbie, you're so great. You have your in-laws and people over on Sunday at your house. It's another old Italian tradition.
We try to do as much as we can, but I'm going to say this. I'm going to throw it out there. You and I are going to make sure we get to more concerts this year and get more people out there. We got to get to more places because we didn't get to enough this year. And that was a lot of because we had a lot going on. But I think this year we can make this work. We got to get more events, more things, and post it and say, we're going to be here. Let's go, and local stuff. And I truly believe a lot of places are opening up their like doing more local things, this year.
Right. I
Yeah.
a great idea. Even if you say, hey, like we went out with my brother and sister-in-law the other day, Just say, hey, what are you doing this weekend? You want to go out for dinner? And just pick a place to go. Nothing spectacular,
Right.
and stuff. And if you could use the discount, use the discounts on that.
Yeah, man.
The next one I got is reducing spending on living expenses. Well, we talked about that earlier, but that is so true. Food, energy, all that stuff. I mean, it's outrageous. I mean, totally outrageous. And
Totally.
I found out that I'm gonna actually kind of talk to them the next couple of days, but Xfinity, because I am disabled and for all my credentials, I could get the internet so much cheaper than
Is
what
it the affordable connectivity one? Is that what it's called? Affordable connectivity?
I have to look into it. I saved it, but I gotta look into it. Yeah. And so I'm like telling Gary, I'm like, this is crazy. Why should we be paying all this stuff? I mean, how many movie channels can you get? It's like we're so into this. Oh, maybe I'm gonna watch that channel one time, or so I gotta get this program and that program, you know. It's so true. I have about 4 or 5 different ones that I have, that I subscribe to. And you're like, oh well, it's only $5.99 a month. Those things add up.
They do.
They really, really add up. And
Right.
this is a good one. 19%. I think it should be more to spend less time on social media. Okay, Deb, I'm gonna turn it over to you.
Thanks, Laura. No, this is funny. Okay, do you guys have on your phone your screen time on your phone? Like it'll notify you, like if it's up, it's down, whatever. And I think that I'm trying to check it less times, trying to be because I feel like, okay, how many times can you keep going back to it? I will be like obsessed with it. And why? What is that email that came through 5 minutes ago going to do different for you in another hour? I mean, you know what I'm saying? We're all on that. Like we have to do everything right away. And I know that a lot of like our family will say, put your phone away or lay it down. And if you can adopt that, do it. Okay. It's really good. Now, am I against the fact that no, when something comes across your screen and you need to know what it is, yeah, like especially if somebody needs you, yes, we're blessed with that. But our phones and our iPads and our computers they have like literally become an addiction. It's horrible, right? But on the other fact, you got to use social media, like stuff like we're doing right here. This platform is a great informative thing. And we're hoping you're watching us and multitasking and watching us on lunch or watching us whenever. But we can curb that just like anything, right? So yeah.
Exactly. And I have a terrible habit of when we're in the car going somewhere, since I don't drive, I'm always looking on my phone for stuff. And Gear goes, who are you talking to now? Or why do you always have to be on that phone? It's just I'm curious to see what's going on. I read the news. Sometimes I like to be on the phone in the car because it's easier for me to talk when we're going somewhere than being in the house and doing something and talking to someone. They're just bad habits. I'm gonna try to curb that as much as possible. But yeah, social media could be for really good stuff. Like I said, for us, and there's a lot of good things on.
Right.
So, and there's also, just so you know, I mean, I'm promoting them only because I love the app so much. Is the Halo
Yeah.
Catholic Catholic app, and it's just amazing. And so I'm just promoting it because I like it so much. But okay, the last one, and then Debbie and I could talk a little bit more about what we're doing. The last one on here is to reduce stress on the job. I think that is a huge one. I can't believe it's only 19%.
No.
Um, I know a lot of people are stressed out in their jobs. And a lot of it, I think, is because they had to go work from home for a long time. And now some of them have to go back in the office and they're
Yeah.
not used to distractions of other people and stuff. I don't know. I haven't worked in a few years. So any suggestions on that?
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing, you guys. I mean, I know like less stress on the job's got to be. I mean, I know that my job is, you know, I love what I do doing here and everything, and I can control it. But if I had to be working for another person, then it would be harder because then you've got to answer to them. So there's like, boss relationships and coworkers and all that kind of stuff that feed into it too. They could have the best job ever, but I think it's like if you really, and I can't really say that maybe your option is to change a job, but if you have a lot of stress, you got to evaluate. Can you make a change or can you whatever, or can you adopt good habits there? Maybe you can lift people up and trying to make the environment better. I don't, there's a lot of options, that definitely can feed into it. Sorry, my line's ringing there, but so I don't know. I think less stress on the job. Try to make it work if more efficient too. Be organized, right?
That's it, but like I said, I know working from home, you'd have the distractions of stuff you could do around your house. But I think distractions of going back in the office and having people come and talk to you, and not that you mind that, but you're doing your own thing. You don't have somebody on your back,
Yeah.
telling you what to do or, whatever.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but with that, I just want to talk real quick. I mean, I want to tell you guys something amazing. Okay. And I'm not, and that is, you guys all know I'm trying to lose weight, and everything. And I've been the same weight forever. I lost 60 pounds and I can't get anything done. And at Christmas time, I kind of just said to myself, instead of myself worrying so much about stuff, because the more I was stressing out about it, the more you want to eat. You know, I did make some changes though. I didn't make as much cookies because I have a problem with eating cookie dough. So that was a good thing. But
Yeah.
that's what I did. I've been wearing these patches that I got from Debbie, Ignite patches, for a while now. And I know that they help me, and they're supposed to boost your metabolism. But I want to tell you something, Deb. You're going to be shocked. I laid a lot over Christmas and New Year's. I mean, and you know what? I got on the scale yesterday and I'm the same way. And I know if I didn't have these patches, that I might have just went over over the top. And you know what? I have in the past. Who always gains 10 pounds or more. I was so happy. And now I feel like being 2024, I don't have to say, okay, I'm starting 10 pounds heavier than and I'm excited about it. But I just wanted to, if anybody's ever interested in this, contact Debbie or send her a message. It's called Ignite. And I think this has been the best thing that's happened to me is because it has helped me instead of, because I don't know about you guys, but I always was, eat a lot and I go up 5, 10 pounds and then you get in the habit of eating too much and you're getting, all of a sudden you're looking, you're 20 pounds heavier. I haven't had that. And I just think that's the greatest thing. So again, if anybody's interested, talk to Debbie about them. And another one is I want to get rid of my last 40 pounds. And again, my goal is to dance this summer at the outdoor concerts. I can't wait. And
I Hey, you know what, Laura? I got to tell you, you guys, everybody needs to know this, that if you ever think you can't do something, if somebody out there really thinks you can't do something, then you need to take a strong look at Lori because she has gone through, well, look, like I've watched you go through so much, between all these surgeries, and she's mentioning the ones she had last year, but she had previous surgeries. So she made herself a commitment, and it's hard when you're going through all that to put that commitment to lose the weight you lost, which was phenomenal, get yourself healthier, feel better, lower your insulin levels, all that stuff, make your whole body be better. But she didn't start this when she was 20. We're older. Okay. We're in our 60s now. She started this in her late 50s and stuff, and she in early 60s, and she's been able to do it. So, you know, there's no excuse really. I mean, I'm not trying to come off being too hardcore, but really just be honest with yourself and be like, you know what, I can do this, I can motor through whatever it is that you want to do. Maybe it's some of the stuff we talked about today. Maybe it's other things that we didn't talk about. Weight loss is always, you hear a lot about that. But you know what I think the hardest part, I believe, is, and I think Lori and I were talking about this the other day, is that so many times people give up on what they decided they wanted to do, and then they just don't reset their goal. And okay, okay, how stupid is it that we say New Year's resolution? I know that sounds terrible to say it this way. It doesn't
What
have to be on New Year's.
that's what I want to know.
Right. We don't have to say, yes, a New Year's resolution is phenomenal. I'm not saying that. I'm saying, how stupid is it that we have to wait till New Year's or use New Year's as an excuse? We can make our resolution at any point in time. And if we fall down and we don't get it done and we overeat one day or we fall off the wagon, you just got to pick yourself back up and do it. You just can't like sit there and go all these excuses, because then you'll never get it done. And I mean, just like Lori would have been able to say, well, I had this surgery, or oh, I had this, or oh, that. No, you got to do it, And so I got to say, I'm talking for maybe a lot of men too, but women, for me, I know it is harder as I get every year older with weight. Weight is just, it's the worst. It's like you could look at food and you gain it, the kind of thing. So I agree. The patches for me have been phenomenal. It's been helping me completely and everything. And there's, it's drug free and non-invasive and also FDA registered. So it's a phenomenal thing. But, you got to find out what works for you. And then you got to like say, okay, listen, I don't have to like be like, if I can't get it done as fast as I want to, that's okay, as long as you're moving in the right direction and you're feeling better and you're making yourself healthier and you're getting everything that you're doing then is affecting your overall body, and I mean, and also your attitude and the way you feel about yourself. I mean,
Right. You know what? You don't have to, your resolutions don't have to be about taking away stuff. It could be about adding stuff. Bring, like I said, let's do more in 24, It could be reading the Bible, going to church, meeting new friends, it could be fun stuff. It doesn't have to be, think about weight loss as this bad thing. No, just think at it, it's just an everyday thing that's gonna make you healthier and stuff. Because there's
right.
stuff that if I would have taken care of myself when I was younger, and I'm to tell you, I wouldn't have gone through all these problems that I've gone through. And so when I talk to my kids and I see their situations, I tell them the same thing. If you don't start taking care of yourself, you're not, when you get older, you don't know what it's like to not be able to walk, and have to rely on people to do everything. It is rough. So with that, Deb, anything more?
One last thing, and you and this is one of our other mottos. You need to be your own advocate. Okay.
Yeah,
You need to be your own advocate, and you need to research out what works best for you. And that includes any of the guidance and care that you're going to be given.
right.
Lori, you talked to a nutritionist. You did some different
Yeah,
things because you wanted to make sure that you were doing things properly for your own body. So don't take up a fad crazy diet and do something that's going to affect you worse. If you need to talk to someone or get on, if it's affordability, you can get on some groups or some podcasts or some whatever. If you're looking for something, we can help you research. Lori is so good at research. And I know that we know a lot of people. We know a lot of people that know a lot of people.
right.
Um,
Yeah. So let's reach out to us.
Right. And if you got a subject or topic too that you'd be like, hey girls, I think this would be good for you guys to cover, we're on it. We'd love it. We can't say for sure if we're going to have this one panel interview next week. We think we're going to, but we're working on it. But if it's not, it'll be another time and we'll slip something else in. But every week we're going to come up with new and different avenues to help the whole mission, for 2024, for us all to stay on track and stay focused.
Right.
Okay. So we just hope that you guys will just promote us, right? We were trying to grow, grow, grow. But wait, you know what? Again, Lori and I do this. This is for fun for us. This is like something that we do that, I mean, we love, so with that, Laura, do you want to, any ending thoughts and close us out?
No, just said, I think it's gonna go next week with the panel, so,
Okay, cool, cool.
so with that, you guys have a great day, enjoy the rest of the week, and Happy New Year, do more in 24. All right, and I'm Lori,
And I'm Debbie.
we're friends helping friends, take care now,
Take
bye-bye.
care. Bye-bye.